Yeah, that Sean story is wild, man. I had no idea you and Sean had a run in. But when y'all had this run in, was this after or before Tupac got killed?
Yeah, Pac died, you know what I mean? But when Pac died, I was on a mission, man. I was like, anytime I hear bad boy, if this is a bad boy, Stevie J, I ran into him with him and his people put the gun out on me. Like every time I ran into a bad boy dude, my goal was to confront these dudes, you know what I mean? I don't know if I told you about that story with the Stevie J, huh?
Nah, you ain't tell me about that, man. What happened, yo?
It was just that, it was a time of my life after Pac died, it was just on site. Like if we ever run into these dudes. So one day we was in a recording studio, in the Valley in Los Angeles. So the Outlaws in one studio, me, my cousins, Edie, everybody was there, and Stevie J was in the other studio. And when they told me like Stevie J from the Bad Boys there, I went to confront him. Like, what's up, bro? You from Bad Boy? I never even know. I never heard of him before in my life. You know what I mean? They just said that he's one of their producers. Um, so I went and confronted. He was with this big dude, bro. I'm talking about this dude was like 6 feet something, huge. And he was like, yeah, this and this and that. And we start mouthing off with the dude. So we had a lot of, we spent a lot of money in that studio. We knew the people in the studio, like owned the studio. But it was in a parking lot. It was a gated up parking lot. So I said, come outside. So he got up like he was gonna come outside. And I'm walking, I'm taking my shirt. This when I was a wild dude, you know? You know what I mean? I was just a wild one, bro. So I'm taking my shirt off. And as soon as I turned around, even though the dude was like 6'7", 6'6", the dude was huge, bro. He had the gun at my face. And Stevie J was like behind him. And when I seen the gun at my face, I froze. And so I'm like, damn, I can't believe this big dude just put the gun out on me. So in my mind, I was like, you know what? If I punk out, maybe he gonna shoot me. So look how the devil had me almost trying to get killed. So I did the opposite. I start saying, man, you ain't gonna do nothing with that gun. You a coward, this and this and this and that. You're like trying to stall him out until my cousin Sharif, my cousin Reef, he ran in the van and he clicked, he grabbed the gun. And when the dude heard him clack black the gun, the dude ran in the studio and he took one of the engineers hostage. It was on the news and everything, made the newspaper. He took an engineer hostage. We left, and next thing we know, we reading in the news, he got arrested for kidnapping hostage. It was crazy, bro. So these was the days, you know what I mean? Of course, I look back, I'm 45 years old. So I look back at that stuff now and I say, man, I was able to, God saved me in so many different situations, man, that I was putting myself into so many, situations that was ignorant that could have cost my life. But back then, that was the mindset I was on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, I had no idea, man. I know that you had a confrontation with Puffy, but I had no idea about the run in you had with Sean and Stevie J, man. So yeah, that's crazy, bro. You wasn't playing back then, man. You was confronting everybody that was on Bad Boy.
No, it was a wild, it definitely was a wild stage. I definitely went through a period in my life where, what I mean, I look back at it and you know what I mean? Back then I had to stand on what I stand on, you know what I mean? But when you get older and you grow past and you mature, you thank God that you survived. Cause bro, I was like, I put myself in some situations that I could have got my head blown off. You know what I mean? And God always protected me, bro. So I thank God for that.
Crazy, man. You was really riding for Pac back then, man. I respect it, man. You gotta respect that, man. You a loyal dude, man.
Yeah, I think and that's the reason why I think our career didn't really go the way it went. You know what I mean? Because you can't really go against people like Puff Daddy and Jay-Z's and them at this time. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if I would have been on stage with Puffy and dancing like they wanted me, maybe our career would have went further, but I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I snatched the mic from him at the MTV that day, because I was like, man, I can't just do it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Steve LaBelle. He was our manager back then, and I understand where he was coming from. He was like, look, beef doesn't make money. So he was trying to get us to be diplomatic and, be peaceful. He was like, look, Puffy wants you guys, Naughty by Nature wants you guys on stage when they do this. He gonna do a tribute to Pac. Puffy gonna do a tribute to Biggie. Outlaws gotta be on stage. I was against it from the beginning. But then they was like, no, it's gonna better your careers. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the flow until when I get on the stage, I'm gonna snack the mic. I purposely sabotaged it. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it, bro.